Oy'nissh, millennial Jamaican name, food, and language. Mattivner, 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 Mattivner. Hi again, everyone. Velnish, or welcome to another Oy'nissh vlog. In this video, I'll be introducing to you the Pre-spring Oy'nissh Mattivner. That is the Pre-spring Oy'nissh Mattivner. What is Pre-Oy'nissh Mattivner? It consists of a combination of soup and sandwich with 4 vegetables on health promotion during spring. These are wild garlic or vuminji, wild leek or plemunji, ground elder or sayes, and nettle or armat. This meal, consisting of soup and sandwich, comes under what's known as the Grandees menu under the Oy'nissh classification system for this new food brand. That is the Grandees menu system of classifying menus. In part 2 of this series, the focus will be on preparing the soup. The soup will be prepared with foraged nettle and ground elder. The nettle obtained from the Duddingston Golf Club in Edinburgh, and the ground elder from Musselburgh along the River Esk. Okay, so now it's time to prepare the soup to go with the Pre-Oy'nissh Mattivner. The bread is being sorted. The dough is rising at the moment. But this soup is pretty simple. It doesn't have any potato in it, no carrots or anything like that. It's very basic. But it means that you can add probably carrots, swede, etc. into it. But I'm just making it as basic as possible because the focus is on possibly a light soup with sandwich. But as I said, you can put potato in it and so forth. But I'll now show you the ingredients for this soup. And right. So there are just 4 basic ingredients. As promised, on health promotion is, well, to be a spring vegetable, ground elder or sayes, and nettle or armat in Oy'nissh. So these are the 2 on health promotion, yes? So we've got them here, and as promised, when I went foraging, the idea was just to collect a sample, just a bit of it, because it's early days. It's spring before these things come into season, but this is like a foretaste of what is to come this spring, because we're still in winter. That's why I took just a little bit to give you an example. So we've got our sayes, our ground elder, and we've got our armat, our nettle. We also, oh yes, let me tell you amount. So in terms of, let me check the measurement again. So in terms of ground elder, 5 to 10 grams should be okay. Just 5 to 10 grams. See, it's not much. And then for the nettle, about 15 grams, 10 to 15 grams should be fine. We'll be chopping these up. To this now we've got lentil, 100 grams of dried lentil, washed and cooked in 200 grams of boiling water. I didn't go through the boiling process because that's pretty straightforward for most people, and red lentil doesn't take long to cook. So here we've got a red lentil. It's now cooked. 100 grams of red lentil cooked in 200 grams of boiling water. Yes? Nothing added yet. The idea is that it's cooked now, so when we're going to prepare the rest of the soup, it won't take long. And this, no, more soup have a stock to go with it. You can get stock at the supermarket, yes? And the vegans would get vegan stock. For people who are gluten-free, to get gluten-free stock and so forth. So it varies. Some people also use MSG, monosodium glutamate. Now, this soup doesn't have any monosodium glutamate. It's a vegan soup, 100% vegan. This is an original stock. It's a beetroot stock. No, in Scotland and in the UK, beetroot is in season. So I made a seasonal beetroot stock. In Oynish language, this is known as an oynifier. In Oynish language, a marinade that marinates any food products and bring them into the season of the locality. That means beetroot is in season in the UK. When using the soup or on anything, it have the ability to bring that food into the season of the locality. Thus, the term oynifier. So I've made an oynifier from beetroot and other ingredients. But beetroot is what's on health promotion, yes? So luckily we've got another stuff on health promotion. Just look at it. So we are looking for a type of reddish soup to go with a green bread with stuffings that vary from light green, reddish, etc. Especially when we start using the vegan product. But nonetheless, regarding the soup, we've got a beetroot oynifier or a winter beetroot oynish. This is how Jamaican or Oynish or Jamaican Oynish language develops. From this ability to classify stuff, this new brand of Jamaican product with its own classification system. So making up these words and now adding the elixir character to it. So this is an oynifier. If it was a sauce now, if this is turned into a sauce, it's called an oynator. But leave that for another time. So just 4 ingredients. For you, you can probably add potato if you want. Or, you can use your discretion. But all we have here, ground elder or sias, nettle or armut, already cooked red lentil that was cooked in boiling water, straightforward, and a beetroot oynish. Instead of a stock from the supermarket or monosodium glutamate, this is an already prepared stuff. If anything, I might add a little salt to bring it to taste, but it's already salty, but I can always add a little salt. So probably what I need to do is to have a pinch of salt ready, just in case. Hold a second. So I've got about a half teaspoon or so of salt. So I have that on standby if I need it, that is. Yes? So here we go. Now, first things first is to cut the vegetables. The idea is this soup shouldn't take long to cook because the lentil is already cooked, the sauce is already easy to cook, and the vegetable doesn't take long. We won't want to overcook the vegetable, yes? Now, because this is stinging nettle, you have to be careful. Luckily, because it's quite young, I can cut it without using a gloves. But I normally use a gloves, especially when they get larger. But if, to be on the safe side, you can use a gloves. But I'm okay without using a gloves. I'm sure there are others who don't use gloves for the small one. But as I said, I recommend you using a gloves just to be on the safe side. So let's put this together. Yeah. So we don't need to cut it much because it's already small, yes? So this should be a good size. Yeah, this should be nice. So we've got our nettle there. Now our ground elder. And again, the ground elder is even more tender. So we want to make it as almost chunky. We need to see it in the soup. We don't want it to be lost. And remember, it's going to be in a red-based soup. So the larger the greenery, the better. Yes? So you get that nice greenish red contrast. And the good thing is, because the bread will be partly green, it's good to have another color to add contrast to it. So we now put this here. Yeah. That's it. So pretty much, pretty basic. You'll be surprised. Not much to it. So we've got our nettle and ground elder or armut and sayes together. That's amount. I'm just cooking for one. We've got our red lentil cooked already in water. Obviously, I leave the recipe on my website so you can access it. We've got, instead of buying stock at the supermarket, I make my own. That's why I've got the brand called Oy'nissh. It's about promoting seasonal fruit and vegetable, put them on other food and bring those food into the season of the locality. That's what Oy'nissh is defined as. So I've got the beetroot Oynish. And when you oynify a soup, it is called a potnish. So this soup is going to be a nettle and ground elder potnish. Only when I use an Oynish marinade or Oynifier as the stock for the soup, it's given the name potnish. Otherwise, it's just a regular soup. So, and we've got a little bit of salt if needed, that is. Yes, if needed. Okay, so now we've got our pan and we're ready to prepare the food. So what I'll do is preheat the pan. Notice I'm not even using any oil. So at least I'm reducing the oil content. Obviously the sandwich will have some fat in it. So if I can save on the amount of fat, that's good. So I don't need to even put any oil in it. Wait until it comes to the boil. As I said, you probably would use a stock that you buy at the supermarket or somewhere. For the vegans, it's probably a vegan stock. For those who are gluten-free, something else. But I'm not so keen on MSG because many stocks got MSG in it. So I tend to stay away from it as much as I can. So this one is pure vegan, gluten-free, and MSG-free, monosodium glutamate-free. So you get that nice earthly seasonal taste. So that's it coming to a boil. Now to that, we add the lentil. So what you want to do is to pour the liquid away from you as it splashes. There we go. Look how colorful it is. As I said, I need to just double check that there's enough salt. It needs a little salt. So that's me adding that extra half a teaspoon of salt in it. So that should do. And then we add our vegetable. This won't take long to cook because it's more that the stock is partly cooked than anything else, because the lentil is already cooked. The vegetable won't take long. We don't want to overcook it. So it's more about when the marinade itself come to a comfortable taste. So you have that nice rich beetroot earthy taste. You've got the taste of spring from the nettle and the ground elder and the red lentil as always. So that's it simmering away nicely. Look at the colors. Just look at the colors. It's just so amazing. So this shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. The most 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes. That's all we need. Yes? To cook the marinade. So we turn it down now and let it simmer. And then we cover it. Leave it for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so the soup is ready. And I'll let you have a look at what it's like. Let me... Hopefully you're seeing it. Yep. This is so this soup is the nettle and ground elder soup with beetroot oynish marinade and red lentil. Wow, look at that. Just look how rich it is. So here you go, the final product. The pre-spring soup with nettle and, as you can see, bits of nettle and ground elder with the red lentil. And the redness comes from the beetroot oynish marinade or oynifier.